wrong one.
You're listening to Goons, Games, and Gear, the sexiest gaming podcast in the world.
We're here, and by we, it's me and at Dead Dondis on X, a normal guest or co-host on the Goons Game Gear podcast. Derek's on vacation. George, I'm not sure what he's up to, but hey, it's us. Rob luckily attended the emergency Xbox showcase reaction, which thanks for doing that on short notice. Yeah, it was we're here. We're talking about this showcase, and before we get started, I just want to say, guys, we hit 2,900 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty cool. We hit that like a few minutes ago. Yeah, and you know, our goal is to get 3K by the end of the year, but we're probably gonna fly past that, to be honest. So that's pretty hype. And
just remember, if it happens by the time the 23rd rolls around, I'm buying a cake and we're eating it on stream.
Cake. But yeah, I don't need to dilly-dally any further, but like, comment, subscribe, become a member today, join our YouTube and Discord and everything, and let's get started here. That Xbox showcase, let's just start this by saying I think we can both agree they cooked. They cooked pretty.
There were some low points, I'd say, but I feel like the low points were overshadowed by the overall fact that there were some pretty high points of this. Oh no, I think they did pretty well, all things considered.
I'm surprised you said that. I was totally expecting you to be like, yeah, it's like, this is stinky. Nothing here I want to play or like, and but I can pick out like at least 6 different things I saw that I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
I can pick out a few things that I'm probably going to give a shot, but
I want to give an honorable mention to Indiana Jones. That trailer actually sold me.
Wow, that trailer was actually really cool. That really captured the spirit of an Indiana Jones movie.
Oh yeah, it really did. And I mean, like, the first trailer just really sucked. I will specify, I hate the title, The Great Circle. That's I feel like that's just dumb. Is it me? Is that a dumb title, or am I just making an issue out of it?
I think it's a silly title.
Oh yeah, that's Rob approved. But I don't know. It just doesn't, like, The Great Circle. What was it? Kindergarten? Like, I just think it's weird.
Great Circle. I mean, it could be a lot of things.
It's not a square. It's not a trapezoid.
We could probably say something about the Crystal Skull too, but
that's kind of ominous. The Crystal Skull, but the Great Circle. That's just
we're just talking about Dan Aykroyd.
Well, anyway, we'll go back to Indiana Jones. I just want to mention that was probably the most interesting part for me. But we're gonna start this from this. What we have here, if people are watching on the horizontal, we have how it started and how it ended. How we started with Black Ops 6. We don't care about that. Let's just get that out of the way. It's Call of Duty. Give me your money. You know.
Why did it have to start and end with Carl on Duty Black Ops 3?
because as Microsoft owns them now, it's like they want that money. They need that money, and
they need that sick normie COD money.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They need the normie money. And mind you, we didn't watch, or I actually didn't watch. We didn't watch the Call of Duty direct afterwards. That was like an hour long. I caught up today, and it's just Call of Duty. Like, it's, guys, we reinvented the game. We added more running. That's right. You know, everything sounds better. Also,
got coddier. Also, our file size is now over 300 gigabytes, which is the single largest game size in existence now.
Dude, and the worst part, or even worse than that, I'm not sure if I tagged you in it, I probably did, is that it doesn't include the fact that it requires a constant internet connection because so the game isn't even bigger. You're streaming textures to the game. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. Oh no. Rob's getting a headache. He's upsetting.
They really do not. They are really trying everything in their power to not sell me on this. Like, it's actually impressive at this point.
Well, Oh my god, how'd they do?
Like, yes, I'd love to just open my wallet and summarily spread my legs for Activision to just right into my coin purse and then take from my coin purse.
I really just don't. Especially so, like I understand that like 90% or 95%, 99% of Call of Duty is just not the campaign. Like I get everyone to play multiplayer and in this case zombies, but like people still have data caps, you know? And I can't imagine downloading or streaming textures all the time is going to help with that. But I don't know the tech side of it. Do you think it would take a lot? Like of internet connection?
I don't know, man. Some of this sounds kind of lazy to me, but...
Dude, what are you talking about? It's the largest file game ever.
Well, so you've heard of game repacks, right?
Yeah.
Where they repack the game and they end up trimming like a good 60 or 70 gigs off of it each time?
Right.
Why can't we just do that from the beginning so that we can trim these ridiculous file sizes? Why do we have to go to these ridiculous textures?
My thought is that
increases.
Oh,
it just wall people out further for being able to play. Whoa, I get so tired talking about Call of Duty, man, and I don't even like the series. Like, why? How does anybody like playing this slop?
Here's the thing. I think personally that like there's no evidence. This is like my headcanon theory is that they know everyone's gonna buy Call of Duty games like crack. So what do they care if they make the game smaller? That's not even a them problem. Like their core audience, which is all these normie gamers, it's not like they're gonna not play this game or not download it because of how big it is. They're gonna eat it up. So what incentive do they have to make it smaller?
True.
So that's how I view it. Black Ops is also just the best Call of Duty line. It's also coming. Most of this coming day one Game Pass, which is really impressive. So I might play it for zombies, but other than that, 300 gigabytes though is just
that's insane.
That's insane. That's actually that's not even including Warzone, by the way. Their what's it called? Battle Royale mode, which is like 100 gigs or plus by itself. It's just I don't know, man. Like they really force down everyone's throat like Call of Duty games and do zero things to make it like better for people, and it makes me sad. Well, so you're not getting it?
That's correct.
Wait, hold on a second. Black Ops.
Legitimately, this is insane. Why? And you know what the best part about this is? It's on online discourse.
What?
I've seen people go like, "Oh, it's 2024, you guys. Just buy a solid state drive that can handle it, or delete your old games." Like, why should I have to do that just to play one game that's not even that good?
Not even that. Not only that, but like on consoles, for example, they don't get a terabyte, and they advertise a terabyte, but because of the operating system, it goes down by like 200 gigs. Which
is insane.
Well, yeah, which is also insane.
But I don't think it's that steep either.
Oh no, it's pretty steep. It's
is it steep now? Because I remember when it only took like 20-ish gigs or so. Which I mean, it's to be expected, but
because I know the problem like with PlayStation is that it's like 815 gigabyte like internal storage. And then the let's see, Xbox Series X OS and system files take up 200 gigabytes. This is an article from 2020.
That's insane.
Let's see here.
Imagine having your operating system be the bulk of your drive. That's crazy.
I don't know if like I'd assume it's still like this, but it takes up 100. It took up 198 gigabytes. For like when it launched, and I assume it only got bigger. I don't think they, made it. I don't think they condensed it in any way.
That's insane,
right? So yeah, I was not far off. Like you didn't believe me, but I was right.
You know what? That's fair. I was wrong.
And mind you, so the Series S, which is all digital, which is like $200 cheaper, or like 150, is 500 gigabytes without the operating system. So you basically only have enough for this one game on the Series S. That's it. That's all you get. I don't know. I think I don't respect Activision at all. They do like They're like a nasty drug dealer, and everyone's hardcore addicted. They just don't respect your money.
No, of course not. They're one of the biggest name companies. Why would they ever respect people's money as long as they're giving it to them?
Right. All right. So that's our review of Call of Duty Black Slop 6. Probably don't buy it. If you have Game Pass, and play for zombies if you can just download that. Moving on. Rob, you should take this one away because.
So Doom the Dark Ages, huh?
Isn't that crazy? The leaks were true. Didn't I tell you about this a little bit before? And you're like, I don't believe it until I see it. Oh, they say it was medieval.
Maybe at some point, yeah. But this is like, it feels like it's trying to be Quake, like the old classic Quake.
Because they throw a shield around.
Not even that, just going for the whole medieval aspect to it. Fur coat on armor or whatever. I will admit, the gun that literally chews up a skull and shoots out the shards. Okay, you had me. You had me there.
Thanks, Tim. I thought the shield thing was cool, throwing it as like a buzzsaw boomerang. I thought that was like,
I don't know. Call it me being a boomer about it, but I don't get me wrong. I played Eternal. I beat it through on Ultraviolence. I enjoyed myself. I didn't particularly care for the game style it wanted you to do, where it was a fast-paced game of rock, paper, scissors. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe that's just a me issue. And if it is a skill issue on my part, I'll gladly take the fall for it. But, yeah, I mean, and also don't get me wrong, you better believe I'm going to be buying this as soon as I'm able, or playing this as soon as I'm able.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so you could just...
Oh, there we go then. Exactly. Don't get me wrong. That isn't going to stop me from playing it the first chance I get. Just out of principle, because I love this series and punch Rubers in face and all that. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's almost trying too hard and leaning into, like, I know Doom has always had its origins and references in metal and whatnot. I feel like it's trying to lean into that too hard. Like does it feel like it felt like it was trying too hard a little bit? I think it's the feeling I got.
It feels like it's like the direction they're just trying to go for to make it different. But I don't like the new Dooms, to be honest. Where I couldn't get into it. I like watching it. I never cared to. I don't know. I couldn't get into playing it.
I mean, it's where I'm about at with it too, because I'm old fashioned. I enjoy my 1992. I enjoy my Doom 2 and the countless amount of hours I've gotten out of fan-created content for Doom 2 over the years. Just incredible mod packs, just weapons, just the whole kit and caboodle. I've seen people turn Doom into friggin' Mortal Kombat 2, and it was, to this day,
holy crap,
the most impressive thing I've ever seen done in that engine. Yeah, that's what imagine what happens when you make your games open source. Wild how that works. I
always like seeing the article once every like 6 months, like, hey, we found a way to get Doom on X device, like a smart fridge or a McDonald's kiosk.
That's that good stuff. That's what it should be.
Truly,
these achievements are not in what we can do, is what we can get Doom to run on.
Exactly.
That's a real dream. But yeah, I mean,
so were you disappointed or excited? Like, I know you're going to play it no matter what, but as like a Doom fan...
I'm feeling good about it, and I'm going to play it no matter what, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is cool and all, but can you, like, dial it back a little bit? You're kind of trying a little hard.
Here's what I don't understand. So it's a prequel, right? But it's the same character?
Yeah, I mean...
I think it goes back in time.
I'm used to the main character being just some nameless space marine that's just really good at shooting stuff, not this... all-powerful, badass, hell fears him super weapon kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, cool. And I realize how wildly hypocritical that is of me to say when I enjoyed 2016 as much as I did. But I'm glad for it, and I'm going to play it. And I'm not in any way disparaging someone saying that it's not going to be cool or whatever. Like, I'm sure it's going to be. But
what if it was like as good as Eternal? Would you be disappointed?
If it's as good as Eternal, yeah, I'd probably be a little disappointed, honestly. Yeah, I mean, Eternal was cool and all. I really liked the art direction and everything that happened in Eternal, for the most part. Just I don't know. As soon as it starts, it feels like a lot of people are starting to go the medieval route.
Right.
Because it seems to be what pop culture is going towards. And I feel like maybe that's just me being a counterculture, subculture bitch about it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying stuff about this that makes it sound like I'm just not excited for this and I'm not happy with the direction it's going. Don't get me wrong.
No, I think that you're just passionate. Like, you want it to thrive. You just have some
and
thoughts.
I don't feel like this is quite the answer.
Right.
Maybe it is, and maybe I'm just out of touch. I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna see more gameplay.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say when I've played that game as long as I have. Like,
right.
I remember getting into it, like finally getting to be able to play it back in my early years in high school, and it was just hook, line, and sinker on the classics. I was addicted.
Well, I mean, I hope it works out. It's only 2025, so it's not like too long of a wait.
Yeah, I honestly, genuinely, I hope it does work out, and I want to see this series. I want to see more. I don't know if this is what I want to see.
Well, let's have to wait and see. Maybe
that's just me being out of touch.
Maybe they'll go back to like Doom. What was it, 2016? Right? That was the.
I wouldn't mind that. For next time, can you give me more than 48 effing shotgun shells, please?
All I hear about Eternal is like, it's good, just not as good as 16. That's like always the sentiment I hear. Like, it's good, it's just not as good as 16.
Eternal is just a fast-paced rock paper scissors, and don't get me wrong, it didn't stop me from beating the game on ultra violence. It really did not. I 100%ed it.
Awesome.
As much as I could.
That's really cool. And also our lovely member Tree Smackers says, I'm buying that shiz instantly. I don't care about being it being in the dark ages. That shiz is one of the only things that sparks joy in me. You know what? Like, I'm happy for you. Always glad to hear when people are like excited for these kind of games. I personally, it's like when someone's like, "Oh, I can't wait for the next Call of Duty." I'm like, "Good for you," like whoopee. But like,
yeah, honestly, I understand that sentiment 110%. Please do not let me being a grumpy boomer, grumpy 30-year-old boomer at that. Don't let me being a grumpy 30-year-old boomer detract from if you want this game so bad, like you want to play this game so badly. Don't ever let what I'm saying detract you from that. Vote with your wallet. I want to see more of this, and you should too.
And again, they're on Game Pass, so like you're really not at a loss.
Nope.
So I'm curious if they're gonna bring multiplayer back. That's my last question for it.
Interesting. I wonder if they'd go back to regular deathmatching, or if they would try to innovate on it again with how they handled Eternal, which that was all right, I guess. I
see my brother playing it. I think it looks really interesting. Like the 2v1.
It was weird to me.
I think it's.
But I'm also bad at shooters, so.
Right. We're just getting too old for shooters. Like, my hands just like crimpling up. Like, I can't move them like I used to.
I ain't got that sauce no more. Not that I had the sauce to begin with, but.
You have the sauce in my heart, and that's all that matters. All right. Damn, it got me. Next up, State of K3. Okay, spoilers. I can't stand when companies like, oh, let's give you all cinematic trailer. F you. I hate that. Cinematic trailers do nothing for me. They just want to show this game's still alive because it's in development hell for some weird reason. I actually want to play this with you, George, and Derek, because it's 4-player like zombie survival, but it's permadeath. State of K2 is pretty fun. I never got to finish it though. But I can't really comment anymore because they only give a cinematic, and I hate them for it. And it's really dumb. It's just like
there's a gentleman out there on the internet who goes by the name of Lyle, and he used to be involved in some pretty good animation stuff and other stuff. And yeah, if you've ever seen the Pentagon bit from Oni Plays, then you know Lyle we're talking about. But I'm pretty sure he's the one that said, no game, no hype.
Really? Huh.
I'm pretty sure he's the one that said it, but
it's just
I'm a believer in it. No game, no hype. You showed us a cinematic trailer. There was no gameplay whatsoever.
So
why did I have to see this?
There's only 2 trailers I accept. A 10-second teaser where it's just like the title, so that way you know it's in development, and gameplay, and maybe fix with cinematics. Other than that, I don't care for full cinematics. It's just a waste of my time because it doesn't tell me anything about the gameplay or Like, okay, cool, it's a zombie game. Haven't seen that before. Like, what? Come on. So,
Yeah,
that's how I feel about.
I don't know. I feel like every time somebody throws out a zombie game, I'm just like, but it's not Left 4 Dead 2.
Did you Back 4 Blood was pretty good, just no one played it with me. It was from the same people that made Left 4 Dead.
I was also poor at the time, so
they're really good. We should play it sometime. Dragon Age the Veil Guard, again, I think it was all cinematic. Apparently, so like I'm not big into Dragon Age. Apparently they did this thing where it was going to be called the Dawn Guard or the Dawn something, some other title. And apparently internally they're like, oh, no one's gonna like the title if it's named after the villains, so they named it this. I don't know, just all cinematic. It had dwarves. I like, again, don't really care about cinematics.
I feel like there was like a brief thing where they showed that it was going to be like a top-down style game.
Was it?
I feel like maybe I'm misremembering it, but I just
I'm not into Dragon. I got Dragon Age like Inquisition, I think, for like my birthday back in the day, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, because I want it. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I'm like, wow, this sucked. It was just not for me.
People actually still care about Dragon Age? That's crazy.
Next up, Starfield Shattered Space. I thought it was a good trailer, and they
I thought it was a good
surprise
trailer
dropped Creation Club basically and some updates.
Yeah, they said like later that day they were rolling out paid mods, of course. And the classic Bethesda. And I know that they were hyping this one up because they were going to dive more into what House Varun is about. I mean, this was already stale as it was. This game is stale as it was already. Don't get me wrong. I am going to reinstall Starfield and I am going to play this. But I feel like it is a little... It feels like... Am I weird in feeling like it's too little too late? Especially for as long as it's taken, I guess?
I mean...
But it also hasn't been like a full year since Starfield came out. Because I think that was like around like the start of the school year in September. That's when that came out, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe not then.
I think the problem is just that like it was just radio silence for a long time. They didn't give like a release date.
Yeah, that's true. Radio silence and some quality life improvements and some bug fixes, and then
there was like the bigger update last month, right? That was last month where it was like they had like a laundry list of stuff, like a good map and whatnot. I do want to give it another chance. It was, I know you beat it. I never got to beating it. It just like
I stuck it out. Surprisingly enough, it got me in there enough to stick it out and see what the game was about. And I already liked the base building, or the way that they took things. I liked the base building, and I feel like it was a more clean attempt at it than Fallout 4's attempt at it was. What else? The guns aren't much to write home about, to be honest with you. I think that's a pretty weak part of it. Nothing really feels as punchy as it should.
Oh, good.
Like I said, I'm long day, very tired. Right. And the game was very sterile experience. It would just I blinked and I was in my second playthrough. Like, I thought that the main quest line was all right in a way, but no characters engaged with my characters that made me remember them. Like, there were no quirks to anybody or anything, really. I think, like, the adoring fan being put back in is, like, the only thing I remember.
Yeah, that's what I think I didn't like about it, is that you connected, like, 0 characters. Like, it just...
Yeah, it was a very sterile experience.
But I don't know. I have high hopes for it. The Shattered Space DLC looked interesting enough. I want to.
Good though.
I might give it another month. I just want to see if more Creation Club stuff comes out. That's free, and I'm not paying for mods. That's just not.
Just open the floodgates, man. Just let that mod support just flow right on in. Just open the floodgates. You know you want to release that creation kit. Come on.
And that's just sometime in 2024. So we'll get in sometimes in the next couple months. Next up, Fallout 76. I thought it was great that not only was it a great trailer, but they actually heard my complaints about how I want to play as a ghoul I'm like, oh, by the way,
now
you
we can play as a ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
good. I like that.
I'm just surprised that wasn't. Oh, actually, I'll mention this.
I don't like that the ghouls look like a burn victim and not like a horrifyingly like robust piece of beef jerky like they were in 3 in New Vegas. But
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I thought you were gonna mention 1 or 2 where they look like unbelievable monstrosities, but I can actually agree with you.
Oh yeah, like just listen. Harold did nothing to anyone.
Yeah,
he's a good boy.
Near to the master. Dude, all he did was just eat rats. I mean,
the only problem is that the mutants were sterile.
Yeah, only issue. That was the only one. But I believe the ghouls are coming at a later date, but on this the new season starts in like 2 days or something, I guess. Nice. Something like that.
I guess it's a good thing I got most of my incinerator mods in time.
Perfect. Let's see. Next up is Expedition 33. I don't even remember this. Expedition 33.
Expedition 33. That was that one long one about that was like it became a turn-based RPG at one point, where that's what the primary portion of its content was, and then somebody screaming at the number 33.
Okay.
All right. I think I'd like to see more. I feel like it was. I need more information.
But yeah, and it comes out next year, so not. So I mean,
to give them credit, they did show gameplay at least. Which,
right? No, that's fair.
It's wild that has to be a point of fairness, but I guess video games, everyone.
Sad but true. All right, South of Midnight. I was like conflicted. I like the atmosphere, like the Louisiana freakazoid thing going on, the giant catfish and giant island alligator. I just need to see more combat. It looked. I think it was like a hack and slash.
I don't know. I feel like the way the animations and everything flowed was just kind of stiff.
Oh yeah, I guess it was like intentionally 30 frames per second, and I hate that.
I think the fact that we're getting some like southern style content, like southern, like not like South America, but like southern North America, that's interesting. I like to see it when games like explore that kind of thing, because that's. Remember when in Fallout 3 they took us to Point Lookout?
Yeah.
That was a really comfy DLC. I actually enjoyed that one quite a bit. And I like that kind of aesthetic, and if games want to explore that, that's actually cool. Not the, baked-in issues that we've been experiencing over the years, but just that kind of aesthetic, that's cool. I'd like to see games do more of that.
I mean, I'll give it a chance. It's, again, all is on Game Pass, and, I just need to see more. I definitely need to see more. But
it's worth a shot.
Worth a shot. World of Warcraft, The War Within. I mean, I actually didn't like that being here, considering you can't play it on Xbox. Everyone was speculating they're going to finally put World of Warcraft on console, which I believe they really should. But
wow, they really yanked everyone's chain with that one. Hey, here's an expansion for this slop I can't believe people still play. But hey, at least just like, oh god, why isn't anybody subscribing to this? Because classic WoW exists.
Oh yeah, didn't they bring that back after everyone complained that they want it?
Yeah.
Sad. Imagine it's almost like the RuneScape effect. It's like, oh, we updated this game.
They're kind of held hostage by their player base, but in RuneScape's defense, the move that they made with RS3 was a universally disliked move. Nobody liked that. Nobody liked that.
No, nobody liked that.
We had a problem with that when they started putting microtransactions in the game.
Ugh.
That's when we all had a problem with it.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna play World of Warcraft. I don't know. I just can't get into MMOs, and that not only did that not sell me, but it was all cinematic, and I just don't care.
I gave it a try. It was fun for the year I played it back in high school.
I played it for a year.
Then, yeah, I made it to level 60, I think, and I was just like, this is the same stuff over and over again. Why do I care about this? Which is ironic because the Old Republic is like the same thing, and I have a max level character, which is like 80 right now. I think it's either 70 or 75, I think, or 80. One of those numbers. Just know that I have a max level character in the Old Republic, and I'm currently working on another one.
Wow, I totally forgot you still played that. And I remember you talking about it a while ago, and I was surprised that you played it.
Star Wars content.
I don't care about Star Wars at all. Like every 3 weeks I see some new Star Wars show or something. I was like, I just don't.
I liked it when Disney didn't have it.
I think it's like the sentiment, right? That like it was good before Disney got their grubby hands on it.
Yeah, before they turned it into a theme park attraction. I mean, it was always a theme park attraction, but
in a failing hotel. Yeah, I remember. Next up though, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. We saw a trailer last year that was like in development, but we actually saw sick gameplay. That was a phenomenal trailer.
I'm looking forward to that.
I never played. I only played Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, and I didn't beat it because there's just so much to that game. I really want to go back, but
Phantom Pain was actually really fun.
Snake Eater though, like that. I'm just gonna wait for this remake. This looks amazing.
This is a fan favorite one. I think it's a lot of people's favorite.
I don't remember if they said it's gonna be on Game Pass or not.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it was so good. That trailer was just beautiful. Like, man, it honestly it reminded me of Splinter Cell. Like a Chaos Theory in terms of just like being a sneaky agent.
I've heard that one of their articles is that if as Snake gets damaged, if he gets hit with a shot or whatever, he'll have scars and like
really
whatnot that'll persist throughout your playthrough.
That's so cool.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, that's a Kojima level idea.
Is Snake Eater the one? Because I always see this in like top 10 boss battle bullcrap, but like that you can turn off the game for like a week and the other boss dies from old age.
Yeah, the end dies.
That's
from old age.
That's just an insane implementation, and I want to know how anyone figured that out.
Game series that would read your memory card back in the day.
I see you've been playing. Like, okay, thanks, Psycho Mantis. Anyway, so that looked exciting. It didn't have a release date. I assumed 2026 personally, but I'm actually hyped for that since I'm not getting any Splinter Cell because Ubisoft hates Splinter Cell for some flipping reason. Anyway,
no.
Sea of Thieves. Dude, every time I see Sea of Thieves update, I'm like, man, I really want to play that game again with you guys. Sea of Thieves was a lot of fun. It's great, just screaming at each other, which is great. I love the just to the right, like right, go right, to the right. You're like, I'm pulling her
to the right.
Right, George got really mad. It was so much fun. We had like the stowaway
out of him from it.
That game turned it around hardcore. It was boring flop at start. Now it fun, good game. Almost like when you support if you support fundamentally good games, you get better games. Look at how
that works.
What's that game? Oh, No Man's Sky. They turned that around.
He's still making content. Someone stop him.
There was a great meme a while ago that was just like you can dude, you can stop that. We already accepted you.
Like content update, and you get a content update, and you get a content update.
He's like, you're a madman. But anyway, excited for Sea of Thieves. A new season. They always have cool stuff. In this one, it looks like you can get like a giant ship that can shoot cans from the front or something. I don't know. Or like you can be like the villain, I guess. I don't know.
With a lightning bolt.
Any reason to go back to that game is a good reason. Personally. All right. Flintlock. What was Flintlock? That comes out next month.
Flintlock.
Let me look at the Goon computer. Typing in. What is Flintlock?
Searching on Goon computer.
Done. This one escapes me. Let's see here. Well, it's 10% off on Steam, so that's interesting. Is an open world action RPG. Okay, doesn't really. This is the one with the girl with the arrow on her head. This is an open world. This guy. I remember this game. Yeah. This one that like I thought looked pretty cool. Look at kind of like a Souls-like in a way, but also hack and slash. It's the girl with the cat fox dog thing. Remember that little like.
Oh yeah, the one that turned into a furry at will when she wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that comes out next month.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna try it.
More power to you.
Yeah. Hey, it's not for everyone.
Doesn't seem like it would be my cup of tea.
Age of Mythology Retold.
See, I would love to be good at RTSs, but I can't make myself do either the micro or the macro managing required to succeed in those games.
Yeah.
Because I remember I jumped into Endless Space 2, and as cool as an aesthetic as that game has, I feel so stupid when I play it because I can't think 3 steps ahead at any given time.
Did you ever play Halo Wars?
For like a little bit, and I was still bad at it. Like, I mean, dude, it was not good. I do not understand how that works on a fundamental level.
It takes a while to get into it, or like to figure out RTSs, but Halo Wars is really the only RTS I thoroughly enjoyed. It's super fun, easy to pick up. I would recommend it, but not all RTSs are easy. This one kind of looked kind of weird, so I don't really have an excitement for it. But in RTS Game Pass, at least those people can eat good.
Yeah, true. They look good though.
Perfect Dark though, I was surprised that was Perfect Dark. That like
people are crying over her having a mansion. Like, man, y'all on Twitter will just pick any hill to die on, won't you?
I don't get the outrage.
I know some people are kind of mad that it's like a generic shooter or something like that, I guess. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like we've seen enough to really justify that kind of judgment, especially when we don't have a release date. Honestly, I'm intrigued by it.
Oh, I'm definitely intrigued by it.
I would like to give it a shot.
The argument was that I saw on X that she doesn't look like a woman. I'm just like, I mean,
what does a woman look like?
What does it's a more philosophical question. What does woman look like? What does woman? What woman?
What woman? Woman?
Woman?
Man?
You know
man?
What's crazy is that like you're not gonna see her face for most of the game. Like it's a first person stealth action, whatever. Like you're just like you'll see in cutscenes, fine. But I think the problem is I think X/Twitter is such an obsession with like girl with big titties that anything that looks like close to like what a normal woman looks like is like what this isn't woman. This is man.
I mean, I feel almost like they want to be progressive and inclusive so bad that they circle right around to being bigoted, and it's the funniest thing. Like, it's so backwards to watch these people go so hard into political correctness that it circles back around to being bigoted, the most bigoted takes you will ever see.
It's just like, dude, like, calm down. It's just like, a normal.
High school's over, guys. Grow up.
It's Perfect Dark. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
We haven't seen a Perfect Dark game in forever. I'm surprised any of these Zoomers even know what Perfect Dark is.
Right. So yeah, I mean, this I thought the trailer was great because it was mostly gameplay, if not exclusively. The internet just took it the wrong way because they suck. So
I want to give it a chance, and I'm going to give it a chance.
That surprises me, and I'm happy about it.
It looks fun.
Diablo Vessel of Hatred.
It's Activision Blizzard. I could give less than 2 good golly goshes. Why did I have to look at somebody yelling at the screen before? I mean, we got only like cinematic on that.
Yeah,
right?
that was all cinematic. It was all cinematic.
Thanks, Activision Blizzard, for a whole nothing burger of a trailer.
but don't worry, they're like, oh, but a new class is coming. Like, then show it in the trailer. What are you waiting for? Like it's
what
just
was the cinematic for? They did the same thing with Warcraft too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
with that as well.
Yeah. It's just
I almost feel like it's like we can't get away with showing what put us with showing the gameplay that put us on the map and why people even continue to play our games in the first place. Like,
yeah, it was a really stupid trailer. I guess it was a story trailer.
Had to have been. Again, I also don't really like. I know people will be like, "You never played Diablo," and I'm like, "No, I grew up on a Star Wars flight simulator, which was infinitely cooler than poo-poo dungeon crawl."
I like dungeon crawlers, and I played it with Derek and George when it came out, and I'd like to go back in some way. It was pretty fun. It's just like I just think this trailer just sucked. I mean, yeah, it was cinematic and story, but for people who aren't like who don't know Diablo or like don't know Diablo, that did nothing for them.
What purpose did this serve?
Right. Like what they need to do is show gameplay of like you hurting bosses or whatever the new mechanics you're gonna do. Which if it's only like 3 months away, you should have something. I don't know. Anyway, I hate cinematic trailers. Then there's Fable, which is coming out sometime next year. I thought that was a really good trailer.
I think they showed gameplay for this too, right?
No, they did. Yeah, it was mostly gameplay.
Okay, so I know people are having some issues with how people look in Fable, which I think is even funnier considering where we started from with the first Fable, where everybody looked fucking ugly.
Was that a curse?
That might have been. I'm sorry.
I couldn't.
That one just kind of like I. But what was that one like really rude lady that like you could the rich one in Fable 1 that you could
romance?
Yeah. What was it? Lady Grey? That's what it was. I mean, hey.
Lady Grey. Oh, right.
I see where we're getting at, but we've come a long way since then. And honestly, I gave Fable a chance. What was it? I think it was either last year or this year. I'd be eager to see how they do, and if they're willing to make a good step forward for this, I'd be very interested to see how this goes.
Here, my issue, and I get it's a reboot, but I do wish they kept the whole like pick your character kind of thing, where you could pick your gender and kind of customize it. But
yeah, the customization of a character in a game like that is pretty paramount, honestly. And if you're going to shoehorn the character into this, I don't know how a linear experience is going to go. I'm still going to give it a whirl, but
yes, I mean, they haven't confirmed it, but they have that dude in the trailer, the retired hero. It seems like it's gonna be a 2-player thing, or like not 2-player, but it's like you and a companion. Because all the other favorite games are 2-player, but I assume he's your companion in this game, and I'm gonna assume that you can take control of him. So maybe it's him or her, which would kind of alleviate the issue I'm having. But I don't know. I'm excited. Fable is always great, and I really hope that they do it justice. And that trailer looked really good. So. Unlike the first one, last year they had a trailer and it was like 1 minute all cinematics and I hated it. So, oh, dude, the next one. Oh, I know you're super excited for it. I'm super excited for it.
Oh yes,
Brag
5v5
hero shooter that I totally called. Like, dude, tell me it's Microsoft's 5v5 hero shooter. Yes, everyone was like, Xbox needs a 5v5 hero shooter. You know,
so you didn't learn from Sunset Overdrive, huh?
Sunset Overdrive wasn't a 5v5 hero shooter.
Yeah, same kind of stylish though. I feel like
I don't think so. I did.
No, am I making a bad take here?
Yeah, maybe bad take. Oh no, definitely. Yeah, that's a bad take. There's no way. I don't see the resemblance at all.
Bam. Okay.
Yeah. So take it back to the garage and work it out.
That's fair. I had a bad take. I'll take it back.
I don't know. It's just like, dude, we're all tired of these 5v5 hero shooters. Think of something else. Think, like, just okay. Just stop, please, just stop. I know everyone wants that live service pie. All that money, but there's already the market's insanely saturated.
All of you learn in the development circles that nobody wants to play a live service game.
There's just too many.
It can be taken away at any time.
Also true. I mean, look, I'm not saying live services themselves are bad, but the hero shooter in particular the 5v5, it's so overdone. Like, figure something else out. Like, what's the problem here? Damn. There's really not much more to say other than hero shooter. Ha ha ha. This next game, though, Winterboro, I'm not happy about because I'm afraid of rodents. But it was mostly gameplay. I think you're just a mouse surviving the winter. That's like the premise.
I think so.
Winterboro. Cutesy Game Pass. Probably not that long. Unless it's like a pure survival game. I mean, like it has. I have something interesting to it. I just have a bias against mice, but I don't think you really had anything saying about it, right?
I didn't have much to say about it. Just, I don't know. The cozy aesthetic doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, me too. This next game, Mixtape, which is by Square Enix.
Teenage summer vacation vibe kind of deal to it.
Right.
I guess it looked interesting enough.
These games have no appeal to me. I don't like. I don't care about teenage angst. Like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I don't need to play.
I spent a long portion of my life trying to get away from that. I'm not looking to go back in there and do it all over again.
Right. So, like, I like it looked, I guess, kind of interesting, but again, it's just boring.
Like, I had a kind of a rough childhood, but thanks for waving it in front of me that people had better childhoods than me. Now, really good. Thanks.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I don't understand if this is a new game or if it's just like an expansion to the GOON computer. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Join the aviation stunning simulator. Do they come out with this every year or something? Play day one on Game Pass. Oh no, it's just a full-on new game.
Oh, okay. Wow. So it's a yearly thing?
I guess. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2023. Either 2023. When was the last one? 40th anniversary. Hey, the last one was just called Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it's like a reboot. I don't know. It's confusing.
Either way, sometimes it's just comfy to just, get up there, fly a plane good, and just cruise.
Again, it's not for me, but yeah, I could see it being relaxing. It could probably be therapeutic.
Yeah.
As long as you fight off you fight off those thoughts of doing something with your plane, but beyond that, it's
yeah. I don't think you should be flying near a major metropolitan area, but what do I know?
Yeah, so I'm sure those people who like that kind of games are like, oh sweet, super excited for that, and it's on Game Pass. Elder Scrolls Online, that trailer confused me. It was like they showed nothing of substance, and it was just like
apparently it's doing well.
Oh yeah, apparently it's making great money. But it's just like I think the trailer is more about, hey, play our game, not really
pretty much.
Life is Strange Double Exposure. I don't care for Life is Strange. I know these sell like hotcakes. It's just like a teenage girl.
A certain portion of the first game kind of made me choke up a bit.
Oh, really? You played
watching a friend of mine. No, I watched a friend of mine play through it, and honestly, it did get me a little emotionally invested. Like, I don't know. It kind of hit. I don't want to say.
Okay.
Just because I feel like I'd be spoiling it, and I wouldn't remember it well enough to do it justice because it was so many years ago. But
all right. Well, would you recommend it then?
I see the appeal. I feel like this would be an interesting addition to the story.
Gotcha. Huh. All right, back to Indiana Jones, Great Circle. Amazing trailer. Man. Yeah, they captured they actually captured Indiana Jones, which is kind of nuts.
We remember throwing a first person in on top of that. Like, wow, okay, I see what you're cooking here. Okay, like, yeah, let's see some more.
Yes, and it's this year. I mean, they didn't say when this year, but I assume it's going to be a holiday release.
Wow, like an interactive Indiana Jones. Wow.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want for my Game Pass. That trailer
actually, wow, I wasn't even expecting that, and it just reached out and pulled me right in. Like, holy cow, okay.
Well, I figured there was gonna be a trailer. I didn't think it'd be that good. It was just a really good trailer, good music. Like, it actually felt like you're playing the Indiana Jones movie, except for the latest one. it's just like
Mhm.
good job. Honestly, good, stupid name. Good job though. Mecha Break. That game looked sick. I want to play Mecha Break.
I need to see more gameplay because this is really giving me Gundam Extreme Versus vibes, and honestly, I really want to try and get good at something like that.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I love robots. I love picking parts for the robots. I love fighting robots. You hit all three. I always regret not playing that game you really enjoyed. What was it?
Armored Core 6?
Armored Core 6. Yeah. That looks sick.
It earned the award that it got, and then some. What a game.
What an experience. I would love to try and learn online. That looks so much fun. I love it. Just looks super fun. That really grabbed my attention. Like, damn, I want this and I want it now. So
yeah, I would really love to see this game in action and give it a shot.
We need another trailer, but so you're right. But it's next year, so let's hope for that. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. I mean, feudal Japan, hacky slashy.
Wu Chang is more Chinese than
Wu Chang.
Japanese.
Oh, that's Wu Chang. Whatever. It looked interesting. I just need another trailer. I don't know. It looked really flashy.
I need a little more to go off of before I'm hooked in on this.
Avowed, though, I'm super excited for Avowed.
Avowed actually looked pretty intriguing.
Yeah, open world. I want to say that's Obsidian. Avowed. I like the Goon computer.
The Goon computer.
To the Goon computer. Let's see here.
Of course.
Of course. Obsidian. Yeah, it is Obsidian. So, and Obsidian's only made bangers, including Fallout New Vegas. And
wow. Let's kind of temper that one because we all remember Outer Worlds.
That one was not a bad game. It was short, but it was I thought it was a good game. So I don't think it's really other than being super short, I don't think it was a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. I think it just needed more. I think it just needed a little more just padding or just like longevity to the game.
It needed more time in the oven.
But they said it's gonna be this year. Very excited. Another open world game. So that's the trailer's really good. Atomfall was really weird.
Atomfall. Which one was this one?
Atomfall was the one where it's like the blimp that like had wings and
starts out like, oh, things are great, and then just absolute hellscape the next minute.
It's like things are not great actually. It's a survival action.
I don't know. I feel like I'd have to see more.
Let's see here. Single player, a survival action game set in post-war Britain that draws inspiration from real world events. British science fiction.
That's why it doesn't have my attention, because the British don't exist. Of course.
That's what it was. I'm excited.
I feel like I need to see more. Honestly, like a decent portion of this showcase was just, I need more.
Robots with flamethrowers, though. Come on.
All right, you got my attention. You had me at robots. I'm not gonna lie.
So okay, next up is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I know you're not into Assassin's Creed. I thought this looked great. I was very impressed. First I'm like, what is this? Oh, cool, ninja game. And I'm like, what? It's Assassin's Creed? Really? They actually showed more today of the recording at Ubisoft Next, where they try and steal more of your money. But
as they do.
Yeah, but it actually looks really good, and I'm excited to strictly play as the ninja. Not because of the stupid controversy with the samurai. I just like stealth action more than Unga Junga gonna beat you up. That's just me though. But like I'm also when they showed off the gameplay in the Ubisoft Connect, I mean they said it originally, I didn't believe it, that like every single mission can be played as either of the character. And so as the mission starts, it basically lets you choose who do you want to play. Wow. At the very least, you could arguably do like 2 playthroughs, one as ninja, one as samurai. But I thought that was interesting. I'm actually excited for that. Gonna buy it, sadly, and I say sadly because I hate supporting Ubisoft. Like I actually I hate they suck and I hate supporting them.
Well, it's okay. You can spend your money on a good cause from a Ukrainian company.
I already do by giving Game Pass money. Yeah, you take it away, Rob.
So, we finally got a release date for Stalker 2. I have been looking forward to this because these games are phenomenal. The game engine is held together with paper clips and a friggin' dream. But they are some of the... I don't want to say comfy because I don't want to give people the wrong idea. It was just...
Beautiful.
It was an experience unlike any other. And it was just... It was an experience. It was an adventure. It was a journey. We don't like to talk about Clear Sky, but it was...
Stalker 2. We don't like to talk about... Stalker 1. We don't like to talk about Clear Sky.
Yeah, it was wow.
And it's soon.
It really looked really good. And you know that it's a company that's going to pay special attention to the gunplay.
Not to mention, they literally made this game in a war zone.
I'm very eager to see how this all turns out. I'm very eager to get back into the zone. And I think out of everything that was showed, this is what I'm the most eager for.
Really? More than Doom?
More than Doom.
Wow.
I'm very eager to get my hands on this.
Hey, that's cool. I'm happy. I'm always happy to hear that. And it's on Game Pass, so you'll be able to play it. Although in your case,
honestly, I probably wouldn't do Game Pass. I'd literally give this company money if it turns out anywhere half as good as it looks.
Oh, I was gonna say you probably want it on Steam for like mods. That's my assumption.
Yeah, that too.
You're right.
Yeah, let's be real. That too.
Since Creation Club exists, I know we don't want it, but realistically, Xbox should, if they want to leg up, they should have a way to add mod support to their games. That would actually put them at a genuine advantage against PlayStation. If you could have
anybody that liked MechWarrior 5 would definitely be happy about that.
But anyway, so yeah, it's super cool. I mean, it has me sold. I can't wait to play that as well. And again, that's less than 3 months away. It's September 5th. I'm assuming there's not going to be another delay on that, only because they've had like 3 so far, and this time it's like already near the launch. The other 2 were not necessarily near the launch, so good for them. And honestly, considering they're literally in Ukraine in the war front and had to survive and still make this game is a miracle. They got it done.
Yeah, they got my support.
They announced new Xbox consoles, or not consoles, but like skins, basically. Pearl white for the S, and like cosmic black for the Series X.
I like the cosmic black one because it literally just looks like they took a black Xbox. I'm actually gonna cut you off for this one.
That's fine.
Where they took out they took a black Series X, and they just did like an airbrush of green paint on it, and that's it. I love that. I love that is a major selling point.
Interestingly, the Series S comes with 1 terabyte, so that might be the new norm now, because before it was 512. Which honestly, if they're both digital, might be worth it now to get the Series S over it, because you don't need 4K in your games. I don't know if that's a hot take, but like I'm totally fine with just 2K at 2K 60. Not this 4K 30 crap. Just give me 2K 60. I don't just support that. That should be the standard. Anyway. Okay. And they, even though against my hatred of cinematics, they ended this with Gears of War E-Day, a prequel. What a move. It
wasn't gameplay, but it's a hell of a way to tell somebody that Gears of War is back.
Actually, there was some discourse about it today because people were freaking out because Jeff Keighley said something about it was made in Unreal Engine 5, and everyone's like, no, this was made in engine, like from assets from the game. Hold on, if you could pander for a hot second here, I'm trying to find it.
Pander. Yeah, so Gears of War, the both of us are a pretty we're good fans of it.
Yeah.
And Gears 3 is forever going to be one of my favorite games of all time, just because of how much fun you could have with it when it was at its peak. But I didn't realize that there was some controversy with this one.
The only controversy is just like was that all cinematic or was it actually built in engine? Is what the I find Jeff Keighley, and then I do Jeff Keighley, Xbox. I don't know. Gears of War. Gears. Gears. See, it comes up. Jeff Keighley on PlayStation got blower. The PlayStation blower got called out for trying to spread lies about the Gears of War E8 reveal trailer. Let's see. So he said the great Gears of War piece was a CG from Blur Studio using in-game assets from Unreal Engine 5. But then someone said, let me rephrase it a little better. The amazing Gears piece you just saw was full real-time. With real-time models, textures. This is from some other random person. Real-time models, textures, environments, all within Unreal Engine 5. Saying it was a, quote, CG from Blur Studio diminishes all the technical achievements you probably didn't notice for how good it was. Though it looks like another pre-rendered CG piece from Blur, it was actually a real-time masterpiece using in-game assets and real-time lighting in the same engine the game will play. Already seeing people say, quote, yeah, it was cool, but it was a CG trailer because of stuff like this. Honestly, fair. So I guess
I don't know. I'm hoping they don't mess this up. Both of I'm crossing as many fingers as I can right now because Please. I need this to do well.
Yeah,
because I need an excuse to play Gears of War again.
Mind you, so this is 14 years before Gears 1. 14 years before the events of Gear 1. It is exactly.
Yeah, we're getting the day this all started going south for them boys, huh?
The premise is apparently to show us how unprepared the coalition was for the invasion. Like it's gonna you are getting slaughtered. I have a hint here, but I don't think Dom or Marcus are gonna die in this one. Call it a hunch. Call it a hunch.
You know, I just something's got me thinking.
Someone's got me. Super excited. But oddly enough, I'm like, I really want horde mode to blow it out of the park.
I would love a good, honest crack at a good horde mode like we had in Gears 3. Please do something like that. I guarantee you, people will flock to your game.
I can live without the beast mode, which was still cool. I like beast mode.
I love beast mode. It was so good. Centipede's drunk.
But the horde mode was just, there was something magical, especially in 3. I always went
good.
I always went the silverback, right? That's
what you just pull your money together and rush the silverback.
Yeah, it was just so much fun.
You had it made.
I remember seeing the silverback on the football stadium map. It was or maybe it was a soccer. Either way, it was such a what an experience, dude. 10 out of 10. I love. I want horde mode. Okay, but still, don't get me wrong. I still want a great story. Like every Gears of War game, at least 1 through 3, the story mode just knocked it out of the park. Like the surprises, the brutality. My question though is
the brutalities, the triumphs, the tragedies.
I assume the retro Lancer is going to come back too, because that would be.
I mean, at that point, it would just be the Lancer. At that point,
right? This is the Lancer. Well, I think in the trailer it had the saw on it, so I assume they're gonna have both. That's why I'm afraid the silverback's not going to be in it because it's 14 years in the past.
That's true. That's true.
That's like the fear.
The silverback.
Such a great experience, great times with silverback. It was man. I just go on a nostalgia trip. Anyway,
I'd love to see them do mutations too. I'd love to see that make a comeback.
Yeah, that was
the big boy horde where it was a super active reload, must active reload, and famine.
Right.
That good stuff.
That was an amazing way to end out the showcase. Granted, there's no release date. I'm gonna assume 2027. There's no release date on it at all. This is the first time we're hearing about it
for another year or two, I think.
Right. Definitely not 2025. 2026 if we're lucky. I think 2027. But I think actually the smartest play for them would this be a launch title for next console. I think that might be the play. Now I'm thinking about it. We're already halfway into this generation. We got 3 years left for the next one. Xbox console with a Gears of War launch title, dude. Anyway, So yeah, that was a showcase. All in all, I mean, personally, I give it like an 8 out of 10. There's a lot of stuff I liked. Obviously, I'm not great with cinematic trailers, but I think it's had enough for something for everyone. And I don't know, I was thinking about just like stopping my Game Pass subscription, but this actually made me like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep it. I want it now. Well, what would you give it, Rob?
I give it a 7.5.
Okay. That's any particular reason why?
Some of the stuff was just kind of and I mean, the cinematic trailers weren't doing people any favors, I think.
Yeah, but
overall, I think the top points were some top points.
Right, like Black Ops 6 and World of Warcraft and Dragon Guard or Dragon Age. No, it was yeah. I mean, at least bare minimum 7 out of 10. I said 8. You said 7.5. But you guys let us know in the comments what you think. 7.5, 8, 2, whatever. Electric Boogaloo. I just want to hear it. I want to hear what your thoughts were on the showcase. And that's all I got for this. Got anything, Rob, before we hit the old dusty trail?
Like, comment, subscribe, and become a member today. It's only $2.99 a month.
That's right. Wow, what an outro. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was really fun. Rob, thanks for showing up and doing all this Xbox stuff with you. It was a great time, good discussions, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Keep it sexy.
Nice. Bye-bye.